Hi all. Here's a video I want to share from today's court accompaniment I did, during which I was confronted by numerous officers, about 8, from the Stamford Police Department. I'm going to share this for 3 reasons. 1, so that we are aware of our rights. 2, to express concern over any level of cooperation between local or state departments and ICE. And 3, to show that in spite of a confrontational situation with multiple officers, I'm still here to tell the tale and that you can do the same. But I'll reiterate those later. If you'll bear with me, I'm using a script so I'll be able to say everything I want to say on the topic, and it's important to be said. Starting for some context, I was at the Stamford courthouse with a number of other volunteers. We've seen report after report, video after video of people having their rights completely disregarded, with many of them being brutalized and terrorized by masked agents who we are not sure are not impersonators, which we have also seen reports on. This is not simply concerning, it is an outrage. So we were at the courthouse to be able to bear witness and bring scrutiny to bear against possible public officials acting with impunity and violating the rights of people in our country, and to make them aware that we are watching, as is our right. While we were there, we noticed several unmarked and or suspicious vehicles, largely tinted, with people in masks inside the cars. These cars were moving freely from the SPD parking lot back out onto the street and vice versa. At one point, one masked, bulletproof vested adult male exited one of the vehicles in the middle of the street before jumping into another vehicle in front of the SPD parking lot. That is at the beginning of this video. Operating under a mistaken understanding of the Trust Act, which I believed made it illegal for any cooperation between state agencies / departments and ICE, I proceeded to exercise my legal right to be in public and to film, and started to record the unmarked / suspicious cars in the parking lot to ensure accountability would arrive eventually. Again, this was under a mistaken understanding of the Trust Act. At the start of the clip, you'll see the masked male jump from one vehicle to the next. Then an officer with SPD moves to confront me. Take a look.
Just exited out from that car.
Just got into that one.
You can see AV26076. Wasn't able to get his face. See, this one we also suspect is another ICE car. We're not sure. And again, this is in the police only area again.
Be very clear about that. Another one seems to be coming in as well. Yeah, that's the same one that was on the other side. So this, he was just wearing the ERO, went inside the police parking lot. What's up? Yes, I'm making sure that these unidentified cars, like that person right there, exercising my rights out here, yes.
Looking at my car actually and recording it.
Okay, yes, and I'm in a public area watching. See, that is not police written on his back. Right
What
there.
does it say?
What does
FBI it says.
What
It
does
says
say?
FBI.
Let me take a
That's
look.
what it says.
And what about the person with the mask on? What about that person?
That person with the mask, that is an FBI agent.
No,
as
not
you
that
can
person.
see.
He's not wearing a mask. I'm talking
Which
about,
mask?
I'm talking about someone who's in the other car.
But why do you worry what's going on a private property? This is my.
Well, I'm concerned because, right,
Take it as
the
special-
police...
I'm the supervisor here.
Yes, I mean, what's concerning, right, is that ICE, any potential law enforcement is not allowed, Stamford, local police are not allowed to assist with any so-called customs and border.
But you don't know
border
what's going on here. This
Yes,
is not
that's
about
what-
ICE. Have you
that's-
seen ICE agents in here?
It's certainly-
Even
First of all, it
if.
seems like there are a lot of people who are moving in and out here who are not identified as police officers by any extent.
And you think police officers are the only ones who wear uniforms? We all wear uniforms. No, we don't.
That's not at all
You
what
don't know
I'm
how
saying.
many
Again,
personnel is in. He's a police officer. Is he identified as a police officer?
that's
If you
fine.
see him back there, no, you don't.
You know that's not my concern. You know that's not my concern. I've already stated very clearly what my concern is here, right? That people are coming in here who are not seeming to be associated with the Stamford Police Department, who may be working with ICE, which is, again, illegal under the Trust Act. That is very concerning to me. Who are these unmarked cars who are parking in here in our cities?
Like I told you
and
right
then coming
now,
out and snatching up
you
people
are
who we don't know.
filming my car, my personal car, and I don't feel comfortable with that right now under what's going on these days with police officers. Because how do I know you're not targeting a police officer right now?
Because I just explained to you what I'm
And
doing.
I'm explaining to you as well that all these cars are personal cars of police officers that
That's
you're
fine.
filming.
First of all, there's nothing wrong with me filming. The eyes cannot be
You
trusted.
are filming a
if I
private
see-
property. So if I go to your house and I step in your
On
driveway,
public ground. On
no,
public
no, no.
ground.
If I step,
I'm not on your driveway.
if I step on the city street and I film your driveway, it's okay, right?
Yes.
No, honey, you're gonna be calling
No,
police so
yes.
fast it's not even funny.
That's what you were saying, right? But you haven't actually done that. See, I'm on a public space. I'm allowed to record what I see, just as anyone has the right to do so, right? On public space, we have
You're
right to
recording
hang on,
our
hang on.
personal
We
cars.
have the right to record what we see in public, do we not?
That's fine,
Right.
you can.
Yes. So first of all, I'm not even focused on your car 40, whatever. I'm focused on these other people who we are not able to identify. Again,
I have no idea what's going on.
it had nothing to do with Officer Fatima, but
Were you in the lobby?
no.
You were standing here.
No, yeah, I could see the signs. I haven't gone in there at all.
So I'm sorry, what are you here for?
Well, I'm trying to understand what is actually going on with some of these unmarked cars that are parking in.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a further clarification or any further information on what exactly was going on there from any of the officers present. Now, coming back to the script, while the drama of the video is certainly enticing, I want to share it again for 3 primary reasons. So that we have a reminder that here in America, citizens or not, we have the complete and absolute constitutional right to be in public spaces, as well as to record public officials in the course of their duties. Though in this case, again, we aren't sure these are officials, not referencing the officers, speaking again to the masked people in unmarked or suspicious cars. 2, to express that it is still concerning to have supposed ICE agents moving so freely inside the SPD parking lot, essentially using it as a staging area or an operational hub. 3, to show that I'm still here to tell the tale, alive and well, even after being confrontationally approached by multiple officers. I believe there might have been about 8 in total by the end. And to say that you can do the same. It's not only our right, it's also our responsibility to be doing what we can to counter the evil that we're seeing, the injustices that we're seeing right now. So again, to share that it's something that anyone can do. Shortly after this video completes, a Sergeant Perota approached me and quickly diffused the situation, and the officers dispersed. My fellow volunteers, who weren't with me during the situation, expressed shock at the video when I showed them. Following that, we were then fortunate enough to have a meeting with Detective Boger, who I appreciate for taking the time to listen to the broader concerns I expressed about ICE acting with seeming impunity in Stamford, which I made sure to bring up, as it is not only concerning, but enraging and unacceptable many of the videos and reports that we are seeing across the nation. I also referenced some of these accounts, specifically Narciso's. To be clear, while the indignation over how some of these officers behaved is understandable and valid, my focus is not on how a few of these officers behaved, but with asserting our collective rights to be in public and to bear witness to anything illegal, wrong, or evil being done by possible public officials. And most importantly, with providing support to people going through a daunting court process, now with the added fear of being abducted and sent to CCOT or Alligator Auschwitz and beyond. Thanks for taking the time to listen, and hopefully take to heart again these core points: that we have the absolute right to be in public and to film public officials in the course of their duty. And most importantly, how critical it is that we stand with and support those who are being illegally and evilly targeted, and abused by whoever it may be. Thank you.